Hello and a very warm welcome. A dominant drive by Lewis Hamilton as he wins the Qatar Grand Prix. And now I would say Hamilton's the title favourite. How quickly it changes. Max gets a 5-place grid penalty before the race and it was advantage Hamilton and he's taken it. And we also see Fernando Alonso back on the podium for the first time since 2014. And we had quite a few tyre issues. That's massive for Alpine in the constructors and also massive for Ferrari. But yeah, Max did what he could. But Lewis, I would say he's the title favourite now. Red Bull, they were so good at Mexico. Brazil, Qatar, we got a Saudi next with loads of straights. That's going to suit Mercedes, and Abu Dhabi is totally different. It's game on. I think Hamilton's the favourite now. Yeah. So we get into the start. Lewis gets the perfect start. He wins the Grand Prix from turn 1. Max, fantastic start by him. He started 7th, straight up to 4th. And then he managed to get Gasly moved over deliberately. And he got Alonso. And for the 3rd race in a row, Valtteri Bottas has a shit start. DRS very powerful, and overtaking was pretty easy actually. Max and Lewis were in a league of one. They were a pit stop ahead after about 15 laps. The pit stops happen, and then Valtteri Bottas gets a puncture. Now Pirelli recommend to run the tyres 30 laps. Bottas did 33, and he wonders why he gets a puncture. And we saw a lot of punctures, including Russell, Norris, who else? Russell, Norris, Latifi, all had punctures. It was a pretty boring race, to be honest, because it was obvious the front two, and then the midfield was pretty exciting. But yeah, Alpine gained massively on AlphaTauri, and Lando Norris was in prime position ahead of the Ferraris. He gets a puncture, and now Ferrari have basically got 3rd. I don't know what the gap is. I believe it's 8. Max got the fastest lap, so that puts him to 19, 6 points. So yeah, 8. So yeah, fastest lap, Max. Race rating, I would only give it like 2. I mean, it was poor. It really was poor. Max and Lewis in a league of one. And yeah, the overtaking was pretty easy. Star of the race, Fernando Alonso. Qatar race reaction, Hamilton dominant drive, Alonso back on the podium, and tyre issues. So P1 Lewis Hamilton, a dominant weekend. He won in Brazil. He comes to Qatar, dominates pole, dominates the race, and now he is the title favourite. Even though he's behind, he is the title favourite. Think, a win at Saudi, a win at Abu, he's the champion. P2 Max, damage limitation, the best he could do. 5-place grid penalty, hampered him. A great start by Max, and then it was just bring it home in 2nd. But he did get the fastest lap, which is crucial. P3 Fernando Alonso, back on the podium. A stunning weekend for Fernando Alonso. He must have been nervous when them last couple of laps that his tyre wasn't going to fail. Fantastic by Fernando Alonso, and massive for Alpine as a team. P4 Sergio Perez, he's had a horseshit weekend, and then they go and 2-stop him and lose the podium. P5 Ocon, like I say, great points for Alpine on AlphaTauri. P6 Lance Stroll, that's a fantastic drive. He's had a poor weekend, but in the race he's come up trumps. P7 Sainz, P8 Leclerc, Ferrari gained massive again on McLaren and probably cemented 3rd. P9 Lando Norris, got a puncture, unlucky. Yeah, he was ahead of both Ferraris, did his job. P10 Vettel, lost a lot of places on lap 1. P11 Pierre Gasly, that's horrible. Bad strategy by AlphaTauri. P12 Daniel Ricciardo, horseshit. Where is he? Norris is up in P4 and he's in P12, nowhere. P13 Tsunoda, horrible day for AlphaTauri in the constructors. 14th Kimi Räikkönen, big ballsy move on Latifi. 15th Giovinazzi. 16th Mick Schumacher. 17th, George Russell suffered a puncture. 18th, Nikita Mazepin. And DNFs, Latifi with a puncture, Bottas with a puncture. There we have it. Qatar race reaction done. Lewis Hamilton now the title favourite. He is the title favourite. He may trail, but I put him as the title favourite now. Mercedes have got the fastest car at the minute. And it's game on. I've always said, write Lewis Hamilton off at your peril. Write him off at your peril. We don't know what's happening. It could be a retirement. Anything could happen in this crazy season. It's been madness. But it's looking like it's going to go down to the last race. And for F1 fans, that's fantastic. But yeah, I always believe in Lewis. Write him off at your peril. Honestly, write him off at your peril. Join me tomorrow for driver ratings. And yeah, Qatar, as a weekend, I would say it was a success. And overtaking was a lot easier than we anticipated. But Lewis wins in Qatar. He loves visiting these new tracks and winning. Get in there, Lewis. Come on. We still believe. We always believe. And it's going to be Title 8 come Abu Dhabi. Come on. I always believe.